Welcome to the Meredith Show. Every week we inspire you, and our goal is to end the show on what we call a warm and fuzzy. We like to talk about an organization that you need to know about. But this week we're not waiting until the end of the show. We have John Heflick here with Axe Metro. Thank you so much for being with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
And John, your organization, for people at home who haven't heard of Axe Metro, really delves into helping people with crisis. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Axe Metro is designed to work with the social workers in Lexington-Richland 5 School District, and they refer families to us who are in some sort of crisis, financial, relational, and these are families that could be losing their homes shortly, could be going through some sort of very difficult divorce or health issue, and we pair them with a mentor for an entire year of kind of holistic mentoring.
And when these people are paired up, it's not where, okay, great, they have a person they can call. This person is really trained through a program that you all facilitate.
Yeah, we train all our mentors with a whole day training on a variety of subjects, anything from how to ask good questions and listening skills to crisis intervention and mandatory reporting, and have a whole training module for all of our mentors.
And once you're trained and ready to go, how do they become matched?
Well, we have a family that we get to know, and my social worker that works with me does an in-home interview with them, application, to see if they're a good fit for our program, because not all families are really ready to change. So we're looking for families who understand that they're not where they want to be, and they want to grow and they want to change. And so she identifies those families, and then we have the trained mentor, and through some of it is just good luck, but divine intervention maybe, we pair them with each other for that year.
I imagine the work is very rewarding. Tell us a little bit about some of the reaction you've seen from the mentors themselves.
A common thing that we hear from the mentors is that they gain more than the families gain. And so it's an amazing part of the process to see a mentor come in and think that they're going to come in, and although we train them not to, but come in and they get the feeling that they're going to come save the family and do great things for the family. And yet through that year of just walking alongside them, not trying to fix them, not trying to change, but holding them to actions that the families themselves have put forward, through that process they realize that these families really have a lot to offer, that they're strong, that they have skills, and that in that interaction the mentor gets humbled a little bit and the family gets empowered, and they both realize that we all need each other. We're all part of the same community.
That's big stuff. It's not every day that you have that level of reward, and this program is really quite amazing. Where did you even get the idea to do this?
Well, the history is interesting. It came from a ministry that East Lake Community Church was doing, and it was at Harbison West Elementary School, and that church wanted to get involved in tutoring children and helping them to learn to read. Well, they quickly learned that a kid who has a hungry stomach can't learn to read very well. And so they created a food pantry to help the children. And then they quickly realized that it wasn't just the kids that were limiting the children, it was the families themselves. And so they started to figure out how to embrace the whole family, not just the children. Well, that led to really getting involved in the families' lives and realizing that there's a degree that you can care as much as you want, but if a family doesn't have some financial resources behind them, families can go homeless, they can lose their houses and things, and so that accentuates the crisis. So in order to help stabilize families, we now have a certain amount of money that each family is allotted when they come into the program to help financially stabilize them so that we can get them on an even ground and actually teach them the skills that are going to empower them for the long term.
So they can sustain, not just receive
Absolutely.
temporary help, but perhaps lifelong changing help.
Yes.
And I understand that now that there's some money that's involved to help facilitate the program, there's a new way that people can get involved by more than volunteering. You've had a run for some time.
Yeah.
This year, it's the Empower Run.
Yes. Yeah, we changed the name this year because we felt like that's the core of what we do for our families, is we want to empower them for long-term change and growth. And so we changed the name to the Empower Run. We also changed the location. We moved from Harbison West Elementary School to Midlands Technical College, the Harbison campus. And so that's a great fit for us anyway, because a lot of our families, we try to link to educational resources, and Midlands Tech has some great ones. And so we're going to do a family fun run, 1K, 5K, and 10K. So it doesn't matter if you're just a beginning runner, walker, or if you really are experienced 10K. We run back through the Quail Valley community, which is, I've been told, is quite hilly for runners. And so it's a real challenge. We want to challenge our runners just like we challenge our families to be empowered.
And it's definitely never an easy road for someone going through crisis, but it definitely seems that it would be that much better to just have somebody with you and there for you. Yeah. What do you find most rewarding about directing this huge program?
Yeah, well, we always say is crisis isolates. And so one of the things that we want to do with a family is we want to stabilize the outside, the externals, but we also want to relationally get connected with them at more of an internal level, at a relational level as well. And so it's incredibly rewarding to have families come in and for them to think of us as a financial resource at the beginning, which we are. But by the end of that year, when they've gotten to know their mentor and they've struggled it out with them and maybe had a conflict or two with the mentor and learned to resolve those things, maybe in ways that they never did with their family, and been through budget coaching and counseling and tapped into all these resources, hopefully found a job in that year. At the end of that year, we have families telling us that it feels like Acts Metro is more of a family. It's a lifestyle change. I've heard one family talk about it. And so it's very rewarding to come in and provide physically, but also really provide relationally.
You say that the program is one where there's a bit of training at the front end, and it's typically a year commitment. Tell me how it works.
Well, a mentor comes to us from a variety of sources, from churches, community organizations, and we have a full day mentor training for them, and then they get paired up with the mentor. And what mentoring means for us is that you touch base with the family once a week, and that can be a phone call, a text, or whatever. See them at least once a month, and that can happen through our food pickups. We have that once a month on Saturdays. We give them a week's worth of food, and that's oftentimes where mentors and families come together and chat, and you can hug on the kids and just have a good time. And then once a semester, we ask that the mentor and family just kind of go out and have fun. And that can be take the kids to McDonald's or go to the zoo or whatever, just to try to have some normal family fun. Because a lot of times when families are in crisis, they forget how to have fun because they're so busy trying to figure out the basic necessities. And so we want to reinfuse that family and allow kids to be kids again.
This program, as valuable as it is, does need a little bit of a budget to support. You provide, as you said, food and some assistance, truly, yes, through it. So the funding, yes, and the majority of the funding comes from a race coming up. Tell us when people can race.
Yeah, 60% of our operating budget comes from the Empower Run, which will be May 3rd this year. And so we really need folks to come out and be runners and supporters, sponsors of our run. It is a big deal. All of the money stays locally. It stays in the Richland-Lexington 5 school district, in the Irmo, Ballantyne, Chapin area, and it all goes toward families who are standing in line with you at the grocery store or next to you at the gas station, and pours into the local families.
And you had 300 to 400 people last year, so the hope is to not only meet it, but at least exceed those goals.
Yeah, we would love to have a good 400 folks run for us.
And I understand you can accommodate the masses, which is wonderful.
We sure can. Yeah, we have great facilities now at Midlands Tech, and we've got plenty of parking, and we're going to have plenty of water along the run and everything. So yeah, come on out, bring the whole family.
So again, all you need to do is go to the Acts Metro website on your screen, and we encourage you to think about not only lacing up to support and coming out for the day, whether you want to come with your family or you want to do a 10K or a 5K. They have something for everyone. And we'd love to know if you want to volunteer. There's information on the website about that as well.